Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the first grade concept of comparing numbers, specifically how we can use symbols to represent those comparisons, and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. So we are familiar with a few different comparisons. So sometimes we might say one number is less than another number, and then sometimes we'll say another number is greater than. So we know how to describe those with words. Sometimes we use different words. We might use smaller, and that's going to mean the same as less than. So one number might be smaller than another number. And the same thing with greater. We might say one number is bigger than another number. Well, we can now use a symbol. So a symbol is a type of character. It doesn't use letters or words, but it represents the same thing as less than and greater than. So when we want to do less than, we're going to make this symbol right here. It looks kind of like a sideways triangle that you didn't finish. Greater than is going to be that same thing, but it's just going to be flipped around. So this is the less than symbol on the left. This is the greater than symbol. And one symbol that we need to know also is sometimes one number isn't bigger or smaller than the other. Sometimes we'll say it's equal to, or we might say equals. And you probably know what that symbol is. It's two lines that are parallel. That means they're side by side and they never touch. So these are the three symbols that we're going to learn in first grade. Now, how do we know which symbol to put which? Well, let's first compare a few different numbers, and we'll see if we can figure out the pattern. So we'll say we have 36 and we've got 42. So we want to compare these two numbers. We want to see which one's bigger, which one is smaller. Well, when you were comparing numbers, you always look at the largest place value of each. So in this case, we're looking at the tens place. And so in 36, you've got 3 tens. I'm going to put 3 10 rods, and then you got 6 ones. I'm going to draw 6 of my little ones cubes, because the 6 is the ones place. Here we go. We've got 42. We have 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 ones. So we know that this is larger. This 42 is larger because it has 4 tens, and this 36 only has 3 tens. Which symbol do we choose? Well, you're going to read this left to right. So 36, is 36 less than 42, or is 36 greater than 42? Well, we already said that 42 is the bigger one, so 36 is going to be less than 42. You read from left to right, so we're going to use this less than symbol. One thing to think about is think of that less than or greater than symbol as an open mouth. And sometimes we can draw some teeth there. And if we see it as an open mouth, we say, oh, it wants to eat the bigger number because it's a hungry mouth and it wants to eat the biggest number possible. So this opening is always pointing to the largest number. So we can say 36 is less than 42. What if we were to look at these two numbers? So 81 and 59. Well, let's look first at the tens place of each, because that's going to give us our biggest clue. And let's go ahead and look at the ones as well. We're going to draw the picture just like we did last time. And 8 tens, that's a lot of tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are not tally marks, so you don't cross off the fifth one like you do with tally marks. So let's get 81. 59 has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, and a whole lot of ones. But that's why we always make sure we look at the largest place value first. Because even though 59 has a lot more ones, 81's got a lot more tens. So we're going to say 81 is greater than 59 because we want the opening to always go toward eating the larger number.